So, hi Taurus, my name is Chris and this is the October reading for you. And I'm sitting under my Bodhi tree, I got the lights on and it's really cozy. And let's just see where this is going. Two of Pentacles. I'm doing 3 cards, past, present, future each. Not the Celtic cross this time. That's just... Okay, there's the 2 of Pentacles and there's the 8 of Cups. So you need to restore balance, right? And in order to restore balance, you have to leave something behind, or you have to emotionally detach from something. A little heavy energies, oops, but you can do it. That's the Page of Pentacles. You got everything you need. You're capable, and let's just keep the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, my friend. And here we go. There's the new consciousness, the Ace of Swords, 10 of Cups, that's pretty, that's a beautiful home. And then there's the 7 of Swords, okay. There's Justice, beautiful. The Magician in the center, very powerful. The Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Page of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, and another Ace, that's the 3rd Ace. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, let's just unpack this, because you got 3 aces, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles, right? There's the 7 of Swords guy, but the 7 of Swords is just a reminder to disengage from conflict. Somebody might try to bring you into the old pattern, right? We're at the end of 2025. The energies are already, cleaned out, basically. 2025, I don't know where you have been, but the last years were, have been not exactly, energy-wise. We were coming from Pluto in Aquarius, in Capricorn, actually. Pluto in Capricorn, which was very, very, stubborn energy, and you had to, use your elbows and really be focused and fight your way through, right? But everything is going to be much lighter now. Pluto in Aquarius, right? Actually since last year, but I think we're going to feel it the first time really in 2026. So this is October 2025, but there's the Hermit, 3 of Pentacles, and what is your 7 of Swords guy? What is, whoever is trying to trigger you, whoever is trying to push your buttons, whoever is trying to get a reaction from you, that's the 7 of Swords guy, right? But the 7 of Swords guy is also an energy that belongs to you, right? So there is the person or energies, let's just talk about energies, that try to trigger you. But it's a choice whether you get triggered or not. If you keep your cool, if you are in the Queen of Cups energy, right? If you are in, how do I say this? If you're mindful about your emotions, right? Nobody can play you on your emotions. And by the way, there's the 10 of Cups, so you got a happy home, there's fulfillment. There's this wonderful rainbow, and the rainbow comes out after the rain, when the rain subsides. So everything looks really, really good. Really, really good. There are 2 aspects here. That is you kind of worrying and kind of, losing, that's the overthinking energy, right? When you lose the connection to your heart space, to your emotions, right? And whenever you lose the control or the awareness of your emotion, right? Somebody can trigger you in an emotional way. That's why the 7 of Swords guy is clarified by the Queen of Cups. If you stay, protect your inner peace is what I'm trying to say, right? Protect your inner peace. Justice is clarified by the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups showed up while I shuffled the cards as well. So you have to detach from something emotionally, Cups energy, right? old baggage, basically. What is that? That's the victory march. 6 of Wands, clarifying the Magician in the center. Yeah, you're making it real. I mean, you got 3 aces. You get the Ace of Swords, that's a new consciousness. You got the Ace of Wands, you got the passion for it, and you got the skills for it to manifest it. That's the potential to manifest wealth, abundance, and prosperity, by the way. And you're showing up. That's the overall energy for the reading, bottom of the deck, basically. You're showing up very capable. You know, you got this. Page of Pentacles. Whatever it is that you're trying to do. 2 of Swords again. Clarifying the Ace of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles is clarified by the 2 of Pentacles, and we've seen the 2 of Pentacles while I shuffle the cards as well. So I feel like you're doing everything right. You got 3 aces, you got the Magician, you got Justice coming in, right? So maybe there is some sort of balance restored, right? We've seen 2 of Pentacles 2 times now, and all the aces, all this potential, and then there's justice. You know, something gets evened out, but you get your justice probably not the way you want to get it, right? Sometimes we can't win the fight. This guy is trying to steal a bunch of swords from this army in the background, right? So he can't defeat the army, so he's stealing some swords. It's not really, you know, making a difference. He is carrying 5 swords. He has to leave 2 swords behind, right? Even whether you identify with that guy, right? Or whether you identify with someone in the army behind, right? Whether somebody is stealing from you or somebody is, you know, whether you are stealing yourself away. It's a pretty useless conflict. Nobody can win this conflict, right? Certainly not you. And so justice sometimes comes not by being right, but by choosing to be happy, if that makes any sense. So if somebody wrongs you or has wronged you, right? Sometimes you don't get an apology. Sometimes nobody comes along and says, hey, you were right. You know, so you have to leave all that emotional attachment to the conflict, to that injustice behind, and you have to bring justice to yourself. And how do you bring justice to yourself? You concentrate. By the way, that's the 3 of Pentacles, clarifying the 10 of Cups. So there are good people around you, right? You can work with these people, colleagues, you know, work-related stuff. And then there's the happy home, there's the rainbow, all the bad stuff is subsiding, but you have to let go of the bad stuff. You have to let go of the conflict, and that is what brings you justice, right? And then you can concentrate all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on creating the new. That's a very important message here. Do not fight the old, right? Create the new. Focus all of your attention on all of these wonderful aces that you've got here. And you got something going, right? You're already on the right track. You know exactly what to do, right? Knight of Pentacles energy. And if you just focus on that, if you focus on your happy home, what brings you peace and joy, right? Where can you know, I think there's a place where you find rest and peace, right? Where you can really restore your inner peace. There's the World card. Yeah, circle is ending. And you have to allow this circle to end. 5 of Pentacles clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. So there are indications that you have been through tough stuff, right? So 8 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, then there's the World card, restoring balance, right? And then there's still somebody or some energy trying to trigger you back into the old circle. Do yourself a favor, and whatever comes along, right? You know exactly what to do. Steady effort wins the race, right? That's how you restore your balance. Maybe it's time to work this through, literally. Concentrate on your work, concentrate on your career, concentrate on building your life the way you want to build your life. You're showing up very successful in the material realm with the Knight of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, aces everywhere. And so you're doing it. Beautiful energy. Everything is aligned for you. And then there's this guy coming along and asking you, hey, don't you want to come back to the fight? Don't you want a little more drama, right? We had so much fun with all this drama, with all the Five of Pentacles, with all the Eight of Cups, right? Right? Don't you want to fight a little, right? And you say, no, thank you. You don't need to say thank you. You're just saying, no, you don't even need to engage at all because you get things to do. You get stuff to do. You get to materialize and manifest all of this happiness, all of this joy. And you're already doing it, right? Just keep doing it. Whatever it is that you're doing, very practical approach here with the Knight of Pentacles, down to earth, grounded energy, right? You're doing it. Victory March, let's not forget. Six of Wands, clarifying the Magician here in the center. There are good people, focus on them, work with them, and be very selective who you allow into your inner sacred space, right? Certainly not the Seven of Swords guy. Those who can make you believe absurdities can make you commit atrocities. That's Voltaire. Those who can make you believe absurdities can make you commit atrocities. And this guy is certainly trying to make you believe absurdities so you can commit a few atrocities. But you're not going to do that. You got better things to do, right? Do not be afraid to stand alone. Learn to love yourself, to be yourself a friend. And there is the Hermit clarifying the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is a new consciousness. So you learned something big time. And probably you learned something big time Hermit energy wise, right? So you had to, follow your own light. Again, there are always indications that you went to some sort of dark period or dark night of the soul kind of energy, but you're coming out of this, So don't be afraid to stand alone. Learn to love yourself, to be yourself a friend. And I'm going to attribute this to this combination. That's a new consciousness, and you followed your light. You build your new consciousness, your new idea about who you are, who you want to be, right? And now you're making it real. Now you know. You have a vision of where you want to go. Passionate vision, intellectual vision, and you got everything you need. Indications that you went through some sort of dark night of the soul. First of all, the World card, right? Big circle ending. And there's the Hermit, Hermit going to the mountain tops, right? And following his own light. And it's not exactly a bright sunny day if you look at that card, right? There's the Five of Pentacles. But these cards, these darker cards or these not so funny cards, right? Even the there's another Knight card where you leave something behind. Could be a breakup, could be, something like that. Betrayal, that is something that is really having a hold on people. You cannot expect anybody to apologize to you, but you can close the chapter and allow yourself to free yourself from the old baggage, right? And concentrate on what you got here and what I'm telling you is that you got everything you need for a great, fulfilled, happy life. All these aces, the Ten of Cups, the Magician, the Victory March, right? Even justice, but you bring justice to yourself. Don't expect that somebody else is bringing justice to you. You are allowing yourself to close the old chapter. And don't overthink it, right? What is very important here right now is that you take care of your emotions. I'm saying this, it shows up in all the readings so far for October, but it's kind of the end of 2025. Yeah, that's a quote from Buddha. When you make peace with the world, you make peace with yourself. And you really need inner peace. Protect your inner peace. There are plenty of people who try to steal your inner peace, because this is where your power lies. And you're manifesting big time. So make sure that you're manifesting out of this wonderful Ten of Cups energy. And there are tons of toxic people out there, right? But there are good people as well. And if you focus on the good within yourself and the good in your home, in your place where you can rest and recharge your energy, basically, if you focus on that and you go in that frequency into the world, you're kind of attracting these good people. And you will always meet some sort of narcissist who's trying to convince you back into the old drama nonsense, right? Grace and gratitude. Number 20. The Blue Angel Oracle deck, beautiful stuff. No, it's not 21, it's 20. Yeah, release. What was I saying? Release. Grace and gratitude, release. Release frustration and anger, and express the love and light that you truly are. You are a beautiful soul, a beautiful friend, loved by so many. Why cloud this love? Let the real you shine through. Be grateful for your life and the many blessings you receive each day. Gratitude will lead you to peace, and peace will lead you to abundance and joy. Focus on the good in your life and everything else will fall into place. Beyond thought, there's a knowing that embraces all knowledge, a knowing that does not divide nor keep one truth from another. Within this knowing, you will find all that you thought was missing. Within this knowing, you will rediscover your beautiful soul. Release, right? Release frustration and anger and express the love and light that you truly are. And you will meet people who try to convince you to do one last round, one last fight, right? And you just say, no, I got better things to do. One more Animal Oracle card, Animal Oracle Spirit. Then we're pretty much done. I mean, many blessings, and there's much to be grateful for, you know? I mean, you got this, you're beginning to manifest, right? You got all this potential, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. So the universe is showering you with possibilities, and there is the Knight of Pentacles. So I'm just saying this again. So keep doing what you're doing. You got some work to do, right? And the happiness comes when you find the right people to work with. But till you find these people, don't search for them. They will come. You will attract them if you keep your inner frequency up. Gratitude, right? And just inner peace. Protect your inner peace. And I feel like maybe it's a time where you just need some work done, right? Need to do some work. There's Rhino Spirit. Overcome any obstacle. I'm not sure if I'm going to read it all because it's freaking long, but where are you, Rhino Spirit? There you are. We always have the choice to press ahead, and Rhino Spirit Strength offers you the power to break through stubborn obstacles. This animal spirit knows there is more than one way to open a path to what you seek. When Rhino Spirit appears, you are reminded that you have a marvelous ability to overcome obstacles in multiple ways. By going around them, shattering them with the force of clear, deliberate intentions, or even transforming them into clouds that drifting away by refusing to allow them to limit you. Okay. The appearance of an obstacle in front of you offers you a choice. Barrel into it and bang your head, or find your easiest way around it and don't fight it. I say this again. The appearance of an obstacle in front of you offers you a choice. Barrel into it and bang your head, or find your easiest way around it and don't fight it. Are you exhausted by your efforts to break through an obstacle? Are you stubbornly insisting that there is only one way to remove it from your path? Rhino Spirit is here to tell you that sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes it is no, not yet. And sometimes it is no, not the way you think it should be. Open the new possibilities and you will find other options begin to appear. Not every conflict is worth engaging in, and not every obstacle is worth resisting head on. Don't waste energy banging your head against the wall. Don't take the bait from the narcissist in your life. And you will meet the narcissists of your life in different shapes, again and again, till you learn the lesson. Till you learn the lesson and till you say, oh no, not today, Mr. Narcissist, right? I got better things to do. I protect my inner peace and I go for happiness and I use all these blessings that are coming in, all these potentials. And I build something, and maybe there's nobody coming along and saying sorry, but you know what? Just close that chapter and free your energy, because there's so much good stuff around you can be grateful for. And if you release yourself, right? If you're not going back to the old circle, not going back into the old conflict, but use that energy to be grateful, to do what you're doing because you're already doing it. Keep doing it, and everything will just fall into place. You got everything you need to be happy. Not just this month. This seems to be bigger, right? Because so many aces, that's a lot. That's all I got for right now, and hopefully see you next time. If you liked it, share, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about it, and hopefully see you next time. Now, Budaya, my friend. Ciao.